So you guys know we were talking about being educational. Well, today I'm gonna show you guys how to do a quick underwriting just like Grant Cardone likes to do. So guys, I'm kicking off my morning, making a little bit of pasta. It's a late start to the day since I was out late with my girlfriend. Figured I'm just gonna go in the office a little later today. Good news is, Melvin the intern, he found a potential deal someone wants to sell. So I'll give you guys an update on that when we get there. So just making a little meat sauce pasta. Some Rayo's, the world's best. A little bucatini, some red sauce. Here we go. Give you guys a hint, I'm not on a diet. I'll give you some cinematics though.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that bitch.
So today I'm gonna be running a ton of errands. I gotta work until kind of late. I'll probably wait till later tonight to edit the video. I'll still be up at 10 p.m. though, hopefully. I gotta go grocery shopping. Obviously I gotta handle things at work, and that's about it. After this, I gotta shower, get ready, and then we'll head to the office.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in.
Hey guys,
I got options. I can pass that bitch like Stockton.
let's go.
Just joshing. I'ma spend this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put a bad bitch in the friend zone. This shit sound like an intro jet song, give me that tempo. Told Pooh he a fool with the shit. Told her don't let her friends know. In the Ville and I move like a...
How was that potential BOV? Was it expired or what was it?
That's what I was calling to see if it was expired. It seemed like he was about wanting to sell it, but he's like, yeah, I guess I'm down to sell it. So I was like, yeah, man, like let's just get a valuation. If you're not comfortable, kind of thing, you don't have to move forward.
What's it look like?
Yeah, he's actually developing a tiny home community.
To explain what we were just talking about, BOV is a broker opinion of value. It's pretty much the first step. Once we know someone wants to sell, we got to evaluate the park and let them know what we think it's worth, and we tell them what we think we can get for it if we were to sell it. Usually it's higher than what people expected because a lot of mom and pops are unaware of how high prices investors are paying right now. But on the flip side, some people who are mom and pops also have some ridiculous crazy price that's unrealistic because they don't understand how it's evaluated on its financials. So to do a potential BOV, we need to request like a 12-month P&L, like a trailing 12. That's pretty much a list of expenses and income and a rent roll, so we know exactly how much income's coming in from how many lots and how many single wides, double wides, stuff like that's on it. What we were talking about with Melvin, he called an expired listing in Oklahoma, and that guy's 97 units, and he's still considering selling. Cool thing about commercial real estate, a lot of things that happen off market, you don't need to have like an official listing. If we agree on a price, we can just show it to a few groups, and the buyers will pay commissions too, like they don't care, and we can sell the property that way. Today, I gotta work on the due diligence for a park I have under contract in Ohio, and the buyer just toured the property this morning. He's got a few questions for the seller. He's working on getting the financing, and I expect that to close probably in the next 45 days. I'll keep you guys updated later.
What's pop?
Also, I just realized my skin is peeling so bad. Fuck it, whatever.
I got options. I can pass that bitch like Stockton. Just joshing. I'ma spend this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put a bad bitch in the friend zone. This shit sound like an intro jet song, give me that tempo. Told Pooh he a fool with the shit.
Alright, finally out of here. On the way to Walmart now to get some grocery shopping in. Well, this is great. Forgot my mask, so I have a black handkerchief for my suit that I'm gonna fucking use.
This where my head is. I feel resentment from every direction. Even some homies be wearing expressions. I be
Alright, so as a fighter, even though I'm not really training for anything, I try and eat healthy still. You know, fruits and vegetables, protein, lean protein and shit. Except these strawberries do not look good. Blueberries it is. Trying to always get greens like salad and stuff, kind of keeps me healthy, except this looks kind of old and shitty. This video, make sure to like and subscribe, helps the channel out. If you guys listen to Joe Rogan, he's got me on the jalapeno trend. He seems to always be growing them up with his elk steak and shit. So you guys know we were talking about being educational. Well, today I'm gonna show you guys how to do a quick underwriting just like Grant Cardone likes to do.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that bitch
now that
like
I'm back,
Stockton.
I'm gonna show you guys how to do a quick property cash flow analysis, property value analysis, technical term, quick underwriting on an apartment building here in Orlando. I picked a random one off the internet. I'm gonna do it just how Grant Cardone likes to do it, just so he knows right off the bat if the numbers just make sense on the surface before actually diving deep into it. So what I have here is a value add opportunity portfolio here in Orlando, Florida on 100 units. Joe LaFleur's listing. It's listed for 1.3 million. All right, I'm pretending they don't give us any info except that it's a random building. They're asking 1.3 million, total of 18 units. For the record, they're all 2-bedroom, 1 baths. Average 682. I know the area that it's in. It's not necessarily an amazing area, but it's not a bad area. Just like a Class C apartments. It's like a portfolio of 3 different buildings, but they're all close enough that you could have one property manager. So first step we got, average site rent, 682. Shit. 682 times 18 units times 12 months. 82. 147,312. So that's the rental income. There's gonna be late fees and stuff like that, but there's also vacancy we have to account for, because when someone moves out, you can't just move another person in. You have costs for cleaning the room, or maybe someone doesn't pay their rent's late. We're gonna do a vacancy factor of 5%. So times 0.95 in gross income. Let's go with 140,000 just to make the math simple. Gross. On expenses of something like this, that's gonna run 45% to 50% expenses. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, and we're gonna go 45%. Minus 45%. Easy way to do this. Times 0.55. Comes out 70,000 is your net income. 45%, that's gonna cover things like manager, repairs, maintenance, fucking light bulbs, toilet repairs, plumbing, all of that stuff. Now this particular apartment building, utilities are paid for by the residents, so you don't need to worry about a lot of that. But anyways, it comes out to about 45% expenses. 77,000 is your net income. So now to figure out what type of cap rate that 77,000 is, that gets them that 1.3 million, we're gonna take 77,000 divided by that sales price. We have a 0.592 cap rate. 5.92%. Now, in my opinion, something like this, that's actually a decent cap rate considering the Orlando market. So the Orlando market, decent apartment buildings, they're trading around the 5.5 cap range for a large apartment building, even lower, 5 cap, 4.5 cap for really large portfolios, depending on how much risk it is, and then the shittier areas get closer to 10 caps. It is a little bit low, but we know that this property overall does make sense. Obviously in due diligence, it's gonna be a little bit different. All right, so what this means is if you bought this property in all cash and paid $1.3 million, you're gonna get a 5.92% return per year on your money. No one really buys anything in cash. We get leverage from the bank. I'm gonna assume decent terms, but not terrible terms. 25% down, 2 years interest only on a 5-year balloon. What that means is we put 25% of the purchase price, that's $325. So that leaves us with a loan on $975. Is what we're borrowing. I'm gonna spare you guys the actual calculations of how to do the payments. We're just gonna put it in. So assuming that you have 4% interest rate, your interest only payments are gonna be $3,250 per month. $1,250 per month. So we're gonna multiply it by 12 to put on a yearly basis. $39,000 a year is gonna be your payment for the first 2 years, because we're on interest only for 2 years before it actually goes up to the whole P&I payment, which is $4,600. So your cash on cash return, we're gonna subtract 39,000 from this, 38,000. 38 after interest only payments. We're getting $38,000 per year in money, and this is before doing any type of value add, increase in rents. Forget about all that. This is just day one, what you're making. We're gonna divide this by that, and that'll give us our cash on cash return. 38 divided by 325. 11.69. So our cash on cash is 11.69%. So just to give a quick overview, purchase price 18 units, average rent $682. We're gonna put that on a yearly basis, so 682 times 18 units times 12 months, that gives us 140,000 roughly in gross income. Take away 45% for expenses, $77,000 in net income. Now after the net income, we're gonna put a down payment of $325,000, aka 30% on that. We're borrowing $975,000. That gives us interest only payments of $39,000 per year for the first 2 years. Leaves us with $38,000 in actual profit after the interest only payments. So based off our $325,000 down payment, that leaves us a cash on cash return of 11.69%. And that is it for today's episode. If you like this kind of content and you actually got some value out of this, make sure to like and subscribe. I put a lot of effort in these vlogs, so it would mean a lot to me. For the rest of the night, I'm gonna be editing last night's video and making food for tomorrow. Have a good night.
Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars.